of Dollar Tree because these people are playing with me and playing with my time and just playing with my name, and I do not appreciate it. I'm about to like, I'm living, I'm about to cuss everybody and then mama out. Let me tell y'all what happened. Okay, if you ever worked at any type of store as a cashier, you know that the register has a certain amount. Dollar Tree, the amount that needs to be in there is $75. We start our registers with $75. So when you come in there and you bring $100 bill, we don't have no change for it. That's why, because it starts at $75. If you hear the bells in the background, it's because the ice cream man is about to pass by. So it's $75, mind you. I'm just getting out the shower, so this is why I look like this. Okay, and I'm livid because it's like y'all are making me out to be a thief when I'm not doing anything. I didn't steal from anything, from anybody. I didn't borrow money. I didn't take money. If I took money, I'ma say, yeah, I took the money. I didn't take no damn money. And that's the part that's really pissing me off, because if I took the money, I'ma admit to it. I'ma be like, you know what, I'm wrong. I took the money. No, I didn't. No, I did not. I didn't take one penny from y'all. And that's what makes me so mad, because like, girl, I'm even stumbling and stuttering with my words because I'm pissed the hell off. So when you get your register, right, you start with $75. You start with $75, and at the end you have to have $75. You count the money off. It has to be $75 on the register. On the till it has to be $75. You give it to whatever manager is there, and then you count your money, because when not everybody pays with card, not everybody pays with debit, credit, Visa, whatever. Not everybody pays with that. Some people pay with cash. So whatever amount you put that you received, and whatever amount you put that you gave out, is the amount that you should have in your till. So let's say someone paid $50, but they gave you 100. Their total was 50, and they gave you $100 bills. You keep the 50 that's supposed to be for the store, and you give back the change, the $50. Obviously, okay, cool. We got it. We locked in. We connected. We understand each other. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So whatever it says cash, it's gonna say cash. It's gonna say debit cards, bank cards, whatever on top, and then at the bottom it's gonna say cash. Whatever it says on cash, aside from the $75, should be there. So therefore, when you count the $75, you give that till to the manager. The manager has to put it in the safe, and then you count the money there, and it has to be evenly out. You have to be even it out with the pennies and the dimes and the nickels and all of that. Even though pennies don't count no more, but still you have to be evenly out. So how am I stealing money? How? I'm not understanding how I'm stealing, how I'm taking money when I'm not doing nothing. Now, this store, we cannot keep a store manager. The store manager that we first had when I first started working there, she stayed for a hot ass minute, and then she was told to go to another store. She went to a new store. She said, I don't want to be here no more. Take me to a new store. Put me at a new store. She said, okay. We then got stuck with this beautiful, nice ass pregnant girl who was giving me doubles and everything because nobody else wanted to do doubles. I said, I'll take them. So we got stuck with her. She was pregnant, so of course maternity leave was coming up, and she was about to have her baby, and her stomach was growing, so everybody was just like, okay, so who's gonna be the store manager when she's gone? We were supposed to get another store manager. She left. She had her baby. Congratulations, mama. She's on maternity leave. She's not coming back until like maybe 3-4 months after she had the baby. So everybody's just like so then we got another store manager. We got this white lady as a store manager. What happened with her? She stayed there for about 2 weeks and then quit because so many people came and were stealing from the store. So she was just like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this. She's like, yeah, I might be a hillbilly and a ratchet white person, but I'm not doing with this. So she quit. And if I was to post her Facebook, you could see the stuff that she was posting about people stealing from that store. So I'm just like, what the hell? And mind you, they don't want to hire a security guard. So they would get mad and be like, oh, you guys need to stop them. You guys need to stop them. Who's gonna jeopardize their life to stop people from stealing? I'm not paying it. I'm not getting paid enough. I don't give a hell if you pay me $16, $17, or $18. I'm not getting paid enough. And at the end, we're barely even at the bare minimum over here. The DMV is supposed to be in Washington is $20 up. Over here where I'm at, it's like $18 or $19. We were getting paid 17 something. $17.75. So you're telling me you want me to jeopardize my life apply for 17.75 for 5 hours because I was getting part time. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. And y'all didn't want to hire no security either. That's what that store is gonna get shut down eventually, and it will. It will. I know that it will because it got shut down so many times because of health violations, and it's gonna get shut down again because there's nothing in that store. The store is wiped out, empty. Like, come on now. So, okay, let me calm down. So back to what I was saying. You have to have 75 plus whatever money, whatever amount of cash you received that day. So you count the cash, and then they have to deposit. They gotta deposit that cash, and that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And then you sign the papers that you returned all the money, that everything was checked out evenly. You sign the papers, and then you're good to go. And that's it. Hold on. And that's it. That is literally it. Okay, so that's what I was doing. I was a cashier. A stalker, a bat, everything. I was everything in that damn store, besides a freaking manager or an assistant manager or anything. So, okay, we understand how that works, where the deal works, right? $75 and whatever cash amount they said that is there is supposed to be there. If it's not there, then you're under. Then we gotta go in the saving get some money out and put it there so we can cover you. If you're over, you're supposed to take that money because it's like a tip to you. It's like a damn tip to you. So you take the money. So what did my fucking store manager do? The first time I was working there, she said, "Oh well, mind you, some people don't want their change. Some people don't like dollar bills. Some people don't like no $5 bills. And there's people like that who come into the dollar store and they're like, oh, I don't take 1.5, sweetie. You can keep it. And then you put it in the till. Do not be a dumbass and put it on the till. Put it on the side and then tell them, hey, this is what I got as a tip, and then keep it. Do not put it in that fucking till, because if you put it in that till, that's considered their money. Now that's not considered yours. It's considered their money. But what did my boss do? My first store manager, what did she do? She said, oh, that money has to go, so if in case anybody else is short, we can just cover them. And I said, okay, that's cool. Girl, I did that and it was over $20 every single time. Every single time my till was over $20. It's not because I don't know how to give change, it's because people don't want their change. And if people don't want their change, I can't just be putting it in my pockets because it's gonna look like I'm stealing the money. So obviously I'm not gonna put it in my pocket. I'm gonna just put it in the till and then I'm gonna take it after the money is being counted. I'm good for it, and that's it. Child. So okay. Now let's get to the part where I'm starting to get even more mad. Let's get to the part where this whole bullshit started. We have no store manager. We have nobody who can do the schedule because store manager quit. Well, she quit. She quit and walked out. The district manager is a bitch, and I don't give a fuck if she sees this. I do not like you. I don't fuck with you. And the next time you say that shit to my face, I will put my hands on you, and I do not care because you got me all types of messed up. You really do got me all types of messed up. You can't. This bitch. We were at the fucking store. Me and my best friend were shopping at the store, right? Mind you, after y'all just told me that I'm stealing and I'm not paying and all this shit, I still go to the fucking store and I still buy the shit that I need because everybody's gonna go to the dollar store to buy shit that they need, obviously. So I went there and I'm buying the stuff that I need. She gonna be like, oh Rita, security tell me that you come in here and you not buy nothing, you not pay, you not pay nothing, you just walk out. Security told, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, security told you that I walk out with things and I do not pay. She's like, yeah, security told me. And I said, what security told you that? And she's like, it don't matter. I got evidence, video evidence. And I said, okay, call the police and tell the police. She didn't call the police, so I was livid and I went to the security guard and I said, hey, mind you, me and security guards are like this, we're like this, and all of that, we're like that, because whenever they bought anything, I'm not gonna charge you full price if you're the reason that my safety's okay. I'm not charging you full price. Girl, I was charging them 20 cents, 25 cents, 15 cents, 15 cents, 25 cents, and that's how I kept it going. Like, I'm not about to charge you everything, and like, you helping me, girl. No, hold on, let me go get my food. I'm starving. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I got my food. I'm sorry. Let me actually take a bite of my food because I'm actually starving. It's hot dogs. This is normal hot dogs. Like, y'all, I'm so livid right now. security told me that you did that, so I went up to the security guard. Mind you, me and the security guard were cool. We're chill. We've never had no issues. They know me as this like nice girl who always helps people out and stuff. And so they didn't think nothing about it. So I go up to them and I said, "Hey, is it you that one of you guys?" Because there's always two security guards on the property. I'm like, "Hey, is it you that one of you guys told the district manager, lady bitch, that I go in here and I'm stealing? That I'm like basically putting stuff in my bag and I'm not paying for nothing." So he looked at me like, he's like, "Why would I say that? If I'm the security, I'm supposed to stop you." I'm like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you." Like, this girl made no fucking sense. She's so dingy and dumb. Mind you, when our store manager, the first one, when she had left to transfer to another store, and then we had the one that quit, she was making the schedule. So she texted in the group chat. She was just like, "Oh, who thinks that they could do a double? Who can do a double for this day, this and that day?" And I was just like, "You know what? My boyfriend's working those days. I'm not gonna see him. I don't have nothing going on. I'm gonna do the doubles." I texted her and I said, "Hey, I can do the doubles." She didn't read the message. She didn't say nothing. So then she had called somebody, and she had called one of the managers, and she was just like, "Hey, can you figure out if anybody wants to do the doubles?" After I sent that message, she still said that. So I told the manager, I was like, "I can do it," and she's like, "Oh, well then text her." I was like, "I did," and then that's when I knew that this lady didn't fuck with me. She didn't like me at all for some reason, because I'm pretty sure my first the first store manager told her, "Yeah, don't mess with her or nothing," because she got attitude, because me and the first store manager, we went on it a couple of times, because it was like back when in the DMV, when we had that really bad storm, that snowstorm that we had that was really bad. No buses, no taxis, no Ubers, no car could get out their parking lot or anything. This lady expected me to get there, and she's like, "Well, you can walk." I said, "You want me to walk when it's like 5 degrees outside? The roads are all slippery and everything." I said, "I'm not going." And she was like, "Well, if you're not going, then don't come and you're fired." I said, "You won't fire me over that." I said, "Alright, bitch, fuck you. I'm not I'm not coming. Okay, fire me." So then I got fired that time. And then again, she found me again when I was going to the store shopping, and she was just like, "I really need a cashier." And I said, "Oh, well damn." And then she hired me again, and then it was like that for a couple of years. So then back to the main thing. So I'm pretty sure that when the last time that she had fired me, me and her got into it, and I didn't bite my tongue. I said, "No, you got me messed up because you think that I'ma take the shit that you're talking to me any type of way. I'm not. I don't let anybody talk to me any type of way. If you come at me like a grown adult, we could talk like adults. But if you come into me as a fucking child, I'm gonna talk to you as a child, and I do not care." So she was being so disrespectful, and I was just like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" I was like, "You're not talking to me." I said, "First of all, I'm gonna need you to take your voices up here. You need to take it down here, because if I go up here, bitch, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna punch you in your shit." And she was just like, "You're not gonna do nothing." And I said, "Oh yeah." So then I got closer to her, and she got closer to me, and like we almost fought in that office. And mind you, this lady is like, I don't know what the hell she is. I don't know. She's not Ethiopian. She's not Indian. She's like that in that like general region, whatever. So she was talking to me, and I'm gonna say tongues because I don't know what language she was speaking. I don't want to be rude. I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but she was talking to me in tongues, and I said, "Pendeja, yo también puedo hablar otro lenguaje, gran cabrona, chingona, da 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 da." And I went the fuck off in Spanish, cause bitch, I could speak another language too. What you trying to say? What you really got going on? The hell, you got me fucked up. So yeah, so like after that, so yeah, I'm pretty sure she told the fucking district manager. She was just like, "Oh yeah, be careful with her because she acts out of this and this and this and that and that." And I'm pretty sure that's what that lady don't like me. So my manager told me, she was like, "But the assistant manager, mind you, the assistant manager was just give her a call." And I said, "Okay, cool." I called her. It rang 2 times. This lady answered. She gonna be like, "What, why you call, why you call, why you call, why you call?" And I'm like, "I'm just calling to tell you that I could do the double if you need me to." She's like, "Okay, but you're not the only one in the schedule. Why you keep calling me? Why you keep bothering me? I try to do schedule and you keep bothering me. Why you keep bothering me, Rita? Why you keep bothering me?" I was like, "I'm calling you to tell you that I could do a double because you just called the managers asking, and they just told me to give you a call, so to tell you I could do a double." She's like, "Okay, stop bothering me, stop calling me, pa." And then she hanged up. When I tell you, it took everything in my willpower not to cuss this lady out because I really needed that job, so I shut the fuck up, and I sucked that up. I sucked it up. Yes, I did. I sure did. I sucked that shit up, and I didn't say nothing else. Let me take a bite of my food before let me calm down a little. Mm. So in my head, that was the second time that she disrespected me, because the first time she disrespected me because I didn't know who she was. How the hell am I supposed to know that you're the district manager? Girl, I don't know you. She had came into the store on a busy ass day. I was doing balloons. She came over and she snatched the balloons out of my head, and I said, "Ma'am, if you just give me a second, I could do your balloons." She said, Go be cashier, go be cashier, go be cashier." And I'm looking at her and I'm like, "Ma'am, give me a second, I could do it." And she's like, "I'm da 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 da. I'm her name, I'm her name, I'ma call her." I'ma call her Tweedle one. She's like, "I'm Tweedle one, I'm Tweedle one, I'm Tweedle one." I'm looking at her and I said, "Okay, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Rita." And she's like, I'm district manager, you go be cashier." And I said, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know who you were. This is my first time meeting you." So I went back to the register. I was being a cashier, so that was her like strike 1,000 with me apparently, because I didn't know who the hell she was, girl. I don't work every day to know who you are. Like, girl. And I'm guessing that's what really made it mad, that I didn't know who she was. Like, not everybody's gonna know who you are. Like, I'm being so serious. But if y'all look up district manager for Dollar Tree, she might pop up. I don't know if it's like in this state or all around the world or what, but in the DMV where I'm at, if you look up district manager Dollar Tree, and you see like a Indian, Ethiopian type of looking lady, that's the bitch. So yeah. So yeah, like after that, I was like, okay, cool. I learned who she was and all that. So I was back to the one thing I was telling y'all the story. So yeah, so I told her, I was like, I was told to call you so I could do a double shit. So she hanged up on me, right? She hanged up on me, and I'm looking at my phone like, what the fuck is this bitch's problem? So then a girl that I fucked with, who I do not fuck with no more at the store, she was one of the assistant managers. She's like, "Oh, Rita, what happened?" I was like, "She got an attitude," and she said, "Stop calling her, stop bothering her, because she has everybody else's schedule to do." Mind you, when she made the schedule, she put me for a double every day, for every single day, because if you work at Dollar Tree and you're like a part time, you get like 4 to 5 hours. So she put me 5 hours, so I was doing 10 hours every single day for like 5 or 6 days straight, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay, like I'm gonna make hella money, like okay, cool, whatever." Now, where everything comes into like parts and the motion of me getting fired is when the save was under. So in the safe, there's supposed to be a specific amount. I'm not a manager. Don't think that I might not be saying this correctly. I do not know. I'm not a manager. I'm not a manager. I'm not an assistant manager. I'm not a store manager. So I don't know how up to like what terminology this is correct and this is not correct. So to my knowledge, because I was trained for assistant manager for a while when I was handling Tweedledum number two, which is the first store manager. She was like, mind you, I was supposed to be an assistant manager, and she was training me, but she was training me against another like worker there, and she didn't even know, and I didn't even know. But like, I gave her the job because I took an overnight job that was paying me way more, and I was just like, "Yeah, you can go ahead and have it. I'll quit." So I had quit, right, and then she got the job, and now she's till this day she's still an assistant manager. She's the nicest person ever. So in the safe, right, with all the cash of the registers that come out, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be like a number like 800, 900, or 1,000 something dollars, right, in that safe. That's how much money aside from what the tills need to have. So there's like 5 tills. It's $75. Y'all do the math. So there's 5 tills with $75, and then it's the extra cash. It's the money that they got from that day, right? So at the end of the day, the whatever assistant manager it is, they need to count how much cash is in there, and it needs to be the same amount that was before or whatever, something like that. I don't know how they do it. The the safe where all the money from the store was in, was $250 short. Let me remind you, we do not have a store manager, so the three assistant managers that we have, no, well, four, but one of them left because of her pregnancy. The three assistant managers that we have are the ones who have to count that money, make sure that money is in there, and all of that. Just so you know, it has nothing to do with no cashiers, no nothing. I got you. I don't know. Now, when I found my, now, let me give this a background story to it. Me and the assistant managers, we all get along. All of us. There's the one that I told you, I'm gonna call her AirPods. I'm gonna call her AirPods because she always lost her AirPods. Me and AirPods, we get along very well. We got along very well. Me and I'm gonna call her Chocolate because she loves to eat chocolate. Me and Chocolate, we get along. Not me and Old Head. I'm gonna call her Old Head because she's older. Me and Old Head, we sorry, excuse me, bless me. Me and Old Head, we got along, but like she just like she's very like old style, so she was like she wants to be like those hip old people who like, yeah, I'm hip, you know, but I'm old as hell. So me and her always collided, like we never really like got along like that, but you know, I'm very cool with all of them. So the store is empty, there's no people in the store and everything. We're all just chatting it up, like we're all just talking there. Mind you, I'm just a normal cashier. I'm not nothing, no assistant, nothing at this point. I come back to the store as a normal cashier. So we're all just talking there, and she, Old Head, is coming out the room where the safe is at, and she's like, "Why are we short $250?" So you know, AirPods and Chocolate. I look at her like, we're like, what do you mean we're short 250? She's like, yeah, I just counted the till. It's literally negative 250. And so both AirPod and Chocolate and Old Head, all three of them, they went back in there and they started counting the money. Obviously, I didn't go in there and count the money with them because I'm being a cashier, because people are now starting to come in and go out. So yeah, people are coming in and out or whatever. My shift ends. And the person who's covering for me, who's taking over, is there, right? So I call for the assistant manager on the phone, and I'm just like, hey, he's here. Can I get an assistant manager? So Airhead. I'm gonna call her Airhead because she's dumb as shit. Airhead instead of AirPod. Airhead comes out. She gets my till, she goes in there, and they're counting the money. Like when I tell you, there's like tills everywhere, coins here, coins there, pennies here, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Coins everywhere, tills everywhere, money everywhere. Mind you, I'm holding my till. I'm holding my till like this, like this, right? Because it's a till. So I'm holding my till and I'm just looking at them and I'm just like, what is going on? And they were like, well, you're good at math. Come and help us count. And I'm like, okay. So I put my till on a specific spot so I know that we wouldn't confuse it with any of the other ones. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm hungry as shit. Hold on. So I put my till to the side and I'm like, okay. First thing is first, we gotta put numbers on the tills so we know what tills we've counted already. So I start doing them. I guess taking notes and I put it on the tills. And I'm like, okay, till 1, till 2, till 3, till 4, till 5. We count them all off. One of the tills okay, cool. It was 250. Now 5 minus 3, so now it's 220. So it's 220 now. Now the safe is short by 220. So we're like, okay, we counted that. Now let's count the money that's actually in the safe from all the cash, or whatever the hell. So we're counting the money, counting. It's not enough. And I'm just like, what? Where did the money go? Like, if someone, so, wait, hold on, y'all. So we count the money again and again and again, and it's not adding up. Now, Airhead has told me before that she needed to borrow money before, and she's taking it out of the safe, but then she puts the money back. So I'm looking at Airhead, and I'm just like, you didn't, like, take the money. Like, nobody took the money, and just hasn't put it back. Have you? Like, have they? Why the hell? They're all looking at me like I'm crazy or I'm going crazy or something. I'm like, what? What? So they all say no, nobody's taking the money. I'm like, okay, cool. So all had left because her shift was over. So it's just, mind you, my money's still not counted. So it's me, Airhead, and Chocolate. We're in there, and Airhead comes up with this idea that we scan things, like people are returning things, but nobody's returning anything, and we take the money that's being returned and put it in the safe. Airhead came up with this fucking idea. Chocolate agreed, and I said, I can help you guys a little bit. My dumbass should have stayed the fuck quiet. I should have stayed the fuck quiet because I was the one who got fired. Airhead got a warning and she got her numbers changed. Chocolate wasn't even brought up. So we're doing that for like about 2 weeks. We're scanning stuff, mind you. They're acting like they're bringing stuff back like they're customers, but I'm the one who gets fired. In the cameras, you can see that they bring the stuff. I didn't bring the stuff and just started scanning shit. Like if it was a return, no, they brought the shit, put their fucking numbers in, and then I'm the one who had to give them money, and they started putting that money back. When I tell you, after 2 weeks of that shit happening, a white man came into the office. He came to the store and he had called for me, and I'm just like, shit, I'm getting either written up, fired, or something. I was like, that's some bullshit. Let me take this last bite. I'm like, that's some actually bullshit. So he calls me to the office and he's like, hi Rita, I work with something Dollar Tree, some bullshit that he said. And he's basically a person up there. So I'm just like, okay, cool, nice to meet you. He's like, I have a couple of questions for you. I was like, okay, hit me, what's up? He's like, why are you stealing from the store? I said, mind you, Old Head is in the room with me. Old Head is in the room with me. And Old Head is just like, and I'm just like, mind you, Old Head wasn't doing part of the plan at all, because Old Head had left, right? So it's just me, AirPod, and Airhead, and then Chocolate. So he's like, why do you feel so comfortable to steal from the store? And I was just like, I'm not stealing from the store. He's like, yes you are. We watched the cameras and we could see that you were stealing. And I said, so I was like, so you're telling me that you saw video evidence of me taking the money from the till and then just put it in my bag or in my pockets? He was like, yes. I was like, show me. I was like, show me. He could not show me. He made up all types of bullshit and excuses and shit. And then they were like, we're gonna get back to you. And I told them what happened. I said the safe was short by 250. I helped him out. I put the money back in there. That man didn't believe shit I said. So I told Old Head, I was like, Old Head, tell him. And he was just like, no, this bitch is going to fucking lie again. And this is the funny part. She said that, oh no, the safe is fine. No, the fuck it wasn't. So then I was like, okay, count the safe. If the left and I called Airhead and I said, you could have looked out for me, bitch, because you knew that man was coming. You knew that man was gonna say some shit to me. You knew that man was gonna come and fire me, but you didn't give me no warning, no nothing, no nothing. Like nobody defended me, and that's that shit that got me fucked up with that store. And now all of a sudden I'm a thief whenever I go to the store. Oh yeah, I'm a thief. I'ma show you a thief, cause I do not care. Fuck Dollar Store if y'all work there, bitch. Fuck Dollar Store if y'all work there. Like, I really do not fuck with Dollar Tree at all. Like, I got blamed for something that I was hoping the managers do, and they